field goal try. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
But first down, Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
2nd and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts to Barkley on the check down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, Mariota.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. And now an audible here into something else.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll bring up the 3rd down. After a run, 7-0 on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Eckler is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into the game? But in this case, you might want to take all the chances and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
On 3rd down, Mariota down the right sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin puts it off.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Working out of the gun, Mariota.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And the Eagles 63. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
73.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
It Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Looking to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Keep it rolling, boys. Keep it rolling.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Eagles nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Mariota now. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Strike. Check. Strike. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Mariota going to change the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Mariota now on 2nd down. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mariota. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Hurts. It's caught by Aguilar. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Eagles 1st down.
Back to throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now here is another interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
31.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
On first down, Hurts. Flush to his right. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Now Hurts going to move him around.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Saquon Barkley, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and leads down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Play action now. Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Give them 18 on the play.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
2nd and 10 at the Eagles.
Play fake. Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
Here we go. Set. Hey, go furious.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mariota. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 38, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Hurts throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
63.
They go play action with Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing is Hurts. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Now he's in it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders,
they pick up their second win now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.